Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. So as most of my regular viewers will remember, recently I put up a poll asking people what cordless ratchet I should pick up, being that my other M12 Milwaukee cordless ratchet broke. And most everybody said to pick up the Milwaukee M12 ratchet, and that was where I was leaning to begin with. That's probably what I was going to do anyway, but I actually did have two other bumps in the road when trying to make that decision of other tools I seriously considered. So really quick, just to give you the backstory of why I needed a new one. It was really stupid, and you know, I'm sure I'll get some comments or whatever, but it was a lesson learned and a waste of a ratchet. But anyway, basically the direction of the rotation of my other Milwaukee cordless ratchet started to get really hard to turn, and so I ended up taking it apart to clean it out really thoroughly with brake parts cleaner, and then I put it all back together. I couldn't get the snap ring here on the front to seat correctly. And so after many failed attempts to try and get it on myself, after rewatching the videos of other people replacing the anvils, I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna stick a socket on here, put it in my bench vise, tighten down the bench vise, and try and set that snap ring. What I ended up doing is there's some pins inside of here, and I ended up breaking one of the pins out of the switch here. And so I broke it, and I needed a new one. So along the way, when I was trying to figure out what to buy for the other one, I was seriously considering just picking up the M12 ratchet again. What I ended up doing was a lot of research and a lot of looking around. And so I'll tell you about my two bumps. Number one, I know that the Husky cordless ratchet goes on sale with like a set of sockets and a little case and an extension at Christmas time for something like 50 or 60 bucks. And I thought they were normally like 75, and I thought $75, I sold my Milwaukee tools for 120. I'll have a little bit of money left over and I'll still have a cordless ratchet, and then maybe come Christmas time, I'll just buy another one so that I have two, because the batteries were not replaceable on them. So I can have one on the charger while I'm using the other one and just have two of them instead of, you know, being into another battery system. And what I ended up finding out was that they wanted something like 100 bucks for them when I went looking for them. After I considered the price for long enough, I decided, you know what, I don't want the Husky. It doesn't have a removable battery, so as soon as it dies, the whole tool is rendered useless until it fully charges again. And then it was just really expensive. They were wanting a lot for it for what it was. It was nice and compact and slim. I would still consider picking one up even today at the holiday price, like the 50, 60 bucks that they sell it for with the sockets. But at that price, I thought, no way, I'm not gonna do that. The next one that I ended up moving on over to was the Earthquake XT. I think it's the XT version, but anyway, the Earthquake brand from Harbor Freight. As I kind of ran across that, it was like $140 or $120. I don't remember off the top of my head exactly. And so then I went and looked, and I found some expired coupons for $99, and I thought, well, see, for the same price as that Husky, I can get an actual tool. I can get into an actual tool system with removable batteries that I can replace and everything, and keep using the tool as the other batteries are charging. And so I kind of thought that that was what I was going to go with. I even saw that the Earthquake ratchet was advertising 60 foot-pounds of nut-busting torque, and I thought, wow, 60 foot-pounds, the Milwaukee's like only 35 foot-pounds or something like that. I thought that's pretty significant. I think that's the one I'm going to get as soon as I can find a coupon for it for $99. Well, it turns out, as I was doing some more research, I went and looked at Redemption Garage's video comparing the Milwaukee ratchet. He was comparing it to some Milwaukee ratchet, and I want to say it was just the plain Jane 3/8 one. I know for a fact that the Earthquake was nothing close to what it was advertising, which I think is one of the scummy things about Harbor Freight. Is I feel like that they're really dishonest in their marketing. Really quick, the other thing that was with that was that I was thinking, you know, I might want to expand this for just some automotive tools, like by having a die grinder and then the little sander polisher. And turns out the Earthquake line only had the sander polisher, they don't have the die grinder. And I kind of thought, you know, if Harbor Freight wants to be competitive in this 12 volt kind of automotive style tool market, then they're probably going to want to expand that line a little bit more, and I decided not to go there with them. And so what I ended up doing was just going back to the trusty old Milwaukee. And so you've been staring at it in my hands for like the last 15 minutes of my rambling video here. But brand new, very nice looking, looks pretty much exactly the same as what I had before. What it came with for $129, that's what I ended up spending on this, was 130 bucks, which I believe that I bought this for, it might have been $119, But I believe that I bought my first cordless ratchet, just the bare tool, for $120 as it was. And so it came with the battery, the tool, an adapter. This is my Pittsburgh adapter. I don't know where the Milwaukee one went. A new charger, this pretty nice nifty case, obviously some instructions, all for 120 bucks. Or $130, one of those two. It's been a little while since I've had it. I really haven't had to use it that much since I bought it. I really just haven't had the time. I've got plenty of projects going on that I could use it for, but I'm pretty sure that I remember most people voting for the Milwaukee, and that's what I was leaning towards in the beginning anyway. I got sidetracked with a few cheaper tools and one that was supposedly even better. Yeah, so that's pretty much why I ended up picking up the Milwaukee M12 Ratchet again. It was tried, true, very reliable, good tool. Its braking was 110% my fault because I just made a mistake. Got a little bit frustrated in the moment, but anyway, I think that's a solid deal. If you can pick up this whole kit for 120 bucks, man, that's a great place to start. I think Milwaukee's getting real serious in the automotive market, in the mechanic market, a lot of other markets, making some really awesome tools for plumbers, electricians, and all tradesmen alike. And it kind of seems like they're the leader in innovating a lot of this stuff. If anybody's still watching, I appreciate it. Hope you'll give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next video.